We'll talk about the cold for how's it looking.
We have a couple of new problems in the past few minutes. There is an accident westbound on the Bruckner Expressway out. You can see delays building pretty quickly through here. That shuts down 2 lanes. Then heading over to 9W in the Englewood Cliffs area. The northbound lanes are shut down by Hollywood Avenue with a downed utility pole in the roadway there. So that's a spot to avoid, and we will have more weather and traffic coming up on the 4s.
All right, Lauren, thanks very much. There's breaking news in New Jersey. State troopers on
20s. Lauren Scala, did you bring your winter coat today? I didn't notice.
I did, kind of.
Kind of, sort of.
It's not my full-on winter coat. Not one of the large. I come in with these big hoods on. Not today. I have more of a raincoat. Anyway, if you're getting on the rails, right now Uptown 4 and 5 trains are running local from 42nd Street up to 125th. So it'll just take you a little bit longer, but they'll be making all stops along the way. Then heading over to your major commuter lines, everything operating on or close to schedule. We don't have any major accidents on the roads, but we'll take a closer look when I see you again on the 4s.
All right, Lauren, thanks.
For 10-day forecast right now. It's time for another look at the roads and the rails. Lauren, anything getting better out there?
No. Thank you, Erica. Good morning. Mass transit's in good shape today. This is the only issue I'm seeing right now. Delays on Uptown 4 and 5 trains. That's all because of signal problems. Otherwise, the rails are in great shape. Ferries, buses also. It's the roads where we're seeing the problems. So in Slate Hill, Route 6 is shut down in both directions between 284 and Ridgeberry Hill Road with an accident. We now have an accident on the New York State Thruway. So in Rockland County, heading towards the Tappan Zee Bridge, this is southbound out before the Palisades Parkway. You can see delays starting to build. And then over on Route 1, we had an earlier transformer fire, so 2 lanes remain closed northbound just before Main Street with ongoing repairs. Move your car today. Alternate side of the street parking rules are in effect, and we'll have your next weather and traffic update on the 4s.
Watch out for that fog early this morning. And on Storm Tracker, we have plenty of showers on the zoom in to a couple trouble spots. Right now, we're looking in Bergen and Passaic counties along I-80 in the Patterson area, Hawthorne. We're seeing some steady wipers going, and you'll need the umbrella, but heavy rain falling right now along I-78, a big commuter route right now heading from Easton into Peaburg and toward Clinton, where you have that diner there. It looks like it's going to be raining pretty steadily throughout the entire Monday morning commute. You can see more rain approaching. That's what we wrap again. Lauren?
Thank you, Eric. A little colorful, and we do have a couple of problems out there, and this area really is the biggest. So right now, the outbound lower level to New Jersey on the George Washington Bridge remains shut down because of an accident just before the apartments here. From the Cross Bronx Expressway, from the Major Deegan, and now from the northbound Harlem River Drive, they just shut down that ramp. You can still head to the upper level, but you're going to have to sit in miles worth of delays on all of these roadways. So if you're heading southbound on the Deegan, take the Henry Hudson instead. You could take the Bruckner instead of the Cross Bronx. And we're now starting to see delays inbound at the George Washington Bridge because of Curiosity. So 15 minutes inbound here. Lincoln Tunnel and Holland Tunnel still have minor delays. We have other delays out there because of wet roads. So westbound on the BQE heading into the Kosciuszko Bridge is slow. The LIE westbound by the Grand Central Park, westbound by LaGuardia Airport. In addition to that, we'll take a live look out. Do you have an accident out there? So plenty of extra time, and alternate side of the street parking rules, they are in effect. We'll have your next weather and traffic update on the 4s.
Lauren, thanks.
Thanks, Erica. It is busy out there. I know. We're all like, oh my goodness, the morning commute. You can see lots of colors behind me on the map. So we have a couple of problems I want to get to right away. This just came in, an accident southbound on the New York State Thruway in Rockland County. We had one earlier before the Palisades Parkway. That quickly cleared, but now we have another one that takes out 2 lanes approaching exit 14, which is Route 59 Spring Valley, and those delays building quickly. Here's the big trouble spot of the morning. It's the outbound lower level of the George Washington Bridge, this fatal accident that took place, this very serious accident that took place overnight. Outbound lower level, so you can see delays go back to the Bruckner interchange up as well. Northbound in this area too, it's a 35-minute delay inbound. If you could head to the Henry Hudson instead, that would be a much better way to get into the city. You could head to the outbound Lincoln Tunnel or the R. I encourage you to follow at Traffic4NY on Twitter. And if you don't have Twitter, NBCNewYork.com and head to the traffic tab because it feeds all our tweets through. There's a lot of problems out there. Let's talk about mass transit. Delays on the E train in both directions. We have delays on Uptown 4, 5, and D trains. We also have 2 and 3 trains downtown. They're running local from 96th Street to 14th Street. And now J trains, Jamaica Center bound J trains, are terminating at either Crescent Street or Broadway Junction. So no service after that. I'll keep a close eye on all these for you. Major commuter lines doing okay. If you're getting on the roads, there's a disabled vehicle on the BQE eastbound at the Brooklyn Bridge, and watch out for an accident westbound on the Belt by Lefferts Boulevard. Back to you, Darlene and Michael.
All right, thanks so much, Lauren. 6:36 new this morning.
Mute.
Thanks, Raphael. Good morning. Not too much overnight track work out there for once. It only affects the 3 A, E, F, and G lines, so expect delays and service changes. We do have another issue on, Chelsea, if you can advance my maps because I'm having a problem right now with my clicker, on the D train, or my graphics are frozen. There you go. Right now, downtown trains, it's the N train. They're running via the D line from 36th Street to Coney Island, and then everything else pretty much doing fine this morning as far as mass transit goes. We will have more weather and traffic coming up on the 4s.
All right, Lauren, thank you, and thank you, Chelsea.
Raphael, good morning. Obviously, very wet roads we're dealing with today, and there are a couple of accidents out there, but I can pretty much guarantee you a slow ride. If you're getting onto Route 4 eastbound, there's still an accident before Grand Avenue, and once you get past that, it's about a 30-minute delay into. Then we still have an accident northbound, really, on the Cross Island Parkway after the Throgs Neck Bridge, and one's still reported to be out there northbound on the Cross Island by the LIE. We'll take a live look outside. And if you're getting on the major commuter lines, these are all doing just fine. We have major service changes on the A, B, C, and D subway lines.